Have you ever thought about backing up your mind, just like you back up your phone? I'm not talking about your photos and contacts, but everything, your consciousness, your memories, your actual self. Today, we're diving into a concept that's jumping straight out of science fiction and into the realm of real possibility: digital immortality.
I mean, really think about that for a second. We're not just talking about your digital footprint, your social media posts. We're talking about a digital you, a version of your consciousness that could live on long after your physical body is gone, existing entirely in the cloud. It's a wild idea.
And yeah, that's the absolute core of it. This whole idea of mind uploading isn't about creating some clever chatbot that just sounds like you. No way. It's about transferring the very essence of who you are, every single memory, every little personality quirk, every fleeting thought, and creating a functional, conscious, digital copy. The real deal.
I mean, this is basically humanity's oldest dream, right? The idea of cheating death, of overcoming our own mortality. And now, for the very first time in history, technology is actually offering a potential path to get there.
And that's the key. This is slowly moving from the pages of fiction into the labs of actual fact. Neuroscientists and AI researchers are out there right now, building the tools that could, one day, make this a reality. But, and this is a huge but, the road from here to a fully uploaded mind is incredibly complex. It raises some massive questions, not just about how we do it, but who even gets to.
So where would you even start with something so massive? Well, it all begins with what is probably the single greatest technical challenge you could imagine: creating a perfect, detailed map of the human brain.
To upload a mind, you first need its blueprint, and that blueprint has a name. It's called the connectome. Think of it as the ultimate wiring diagram for your brain. It's not just about mapping the cells, but the trillions upon trillions of connections between them. This is the biological software we need to copy and paste.
The scale of this it's almost impossible to wrap your head around. Your brain has something like 100 billion neurons with trillions of connections. Trying to map all of that would be like trying to map every single road, path, and trail on planet Earth, but then also mapping every car on those roads and the exact path each one has ever taken. It is a data problem of unimaginable size.
And this slide right here, this shows you just how far we have to go. Our current brain mapping technology, it's still pretty crude, to be honest. The wires we try to trace often just end in the wrong spot, or they stop short for no reason. When different pathways cross, it's almost impossible for us to tell them apart. So, to go back to that road analogy, it's like our maps have highways that just vanish into thin air, and we can't tell one car from another at a busy intersection. The bottom line is, right now we can only create a blurry, incomplete picture, not the perfect, high-res map you'd absolutely need for an upload.
But you know what? Let's just imagine for a second that we solve all the tech problems. We get the perfect map. We do it. The moment we do, we run headfirst into this massive philosophical wall, a question about the very nature of who we are.
This quote it gets right to the heart of it, doesn't it? If you create a perfect digital copy of yourself, what have you really done? Did you actually extend your own life? Or did you just create a brand new being that simply thinks it's you?
This is the great debate, the philosophical rabbit hole. The hope, of course, is for true continuity. Your consciousness just seamlessly flows from your biological brain into a digital one. But the fear is that the process is more like a copy and paste. Your original consciousness, the one you're using to listen to me right now, simply ends, and a digital ghost, an echo with all your memories, wakes up and believes it's always been you. So which one is the real you? The original? The copy? Both? It's a tough one.
Okay, so let's push past that. Let's say we overcome the tech hurdles and we even settle that heavy philosophical debate. A new, and maybe even more disturbing problem starts to emerge. What would this technology actually do to our society? The answer might lie in a social class that, believe it or not, already exists today.
Have you ever heard of this term, the precariat? It was coined by a sociologist named Guy Standing to describe a growing class of people whose lives are defined by one word: precariousness. It's a life lived in constant uncertainty, without the kind of stability our parents or grandparents might have taken for granted.
So what does that actually look like? Well, it's a life of gig work, no benefits, no clear career path. It's that feeling of always being on edge, totally unable to plan for the future because the ground is just constantly shifting under your feet. And this isn't some far-off problem, it's the reality for millions of people right now.
And this is the question that ties it all together. In a world where digital immortality is possible, who gets access?
Is it going to be a universal human right? Or will it be the ultimate privilege, something saved only for the super rich?
And this, right here, this could be the result. The most extreme class divide in all of human history. On one side, you'd have a digital elite. They've transcended their biological limits, living secure, permanent lives in the cloud. And on the other side, the mortal precariat. Their physical lives are now more precarious, more disposable than ever before, left behind in a world where death is no longer the great equalizer.
So that's the ultimate paradox, isn't it? The very quest for eternal life could end up creating the most permanent, unbreakable form of inequality we can imagine. Is the dream of immortality for some actually a nightmare for everyone else? That's a question we really need to start thinking about now before the choice is made for us.